it was like super lopsided on this side. Yeah.
I was watching.
Yeah.
them even more momentum to go and beat the second place team in title, which is very impressive.
And then we take a look at Taft in their conference standings in the White North Conference of the Chicago Public League. They've been running away with it. They're 7-0 right now, and that Prosser is the closest to them at 4-0-1. Andrew, this team has been absolutely dominant when it comes to conference play. Although it's a non-conference game, this could give them some more momentum going into their games next week.
I agree with you. Like I said, we had a big win last night against Fighter. If we can win again tonight, it's going to build some more momentum going into the games next week. And with this dominant team this year being 14-8 overall, they have a pretty solid record going into this game, and I expect them to continue to build on that record today.
Don't sleep on those Eagles who come in at 15-4 either. But now as we take a look at what's coming up for both of these teams, as we look at Notre Dame, they just added a game today, which is Vernon Hills. You can see that in the top left corner of your screen. That game is now Monday, and then they have Marion Catholic and Bennett. For Taft the rest of the way in the regular season, they have Niles West next week. That is Tuesday, conference game against Foreman, St. Joseph Adam, and tournament play, and then they play Niles North. So, Caden, there's a couple of big games coming up for both of these teams. Two huge conference games for the Dons, and then what could be the killer for Taft if they win against Foreman next week.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what Coach Clance is going to do here. You know, we played Rider yesterday, we played Taft today, and then we played Vernon Hills on Monday. That's 3 games in 4 days. So I'm excited to see what Coach Clance does with his players here. You know, save their energy. That's a lot of games within a 4-day span. So we need to see how he uses these players, who he uses more than others, and to see who he's going to use against Vernon Hills going into the next 2 conference matchups.
So now let's dive into this game a little bit. We're 2.5 minutes out. We really haven't talked much about the game. Let's start on the Taft side of things, Caden. The team is 15-4, 7-0 in conference. But there's always a little bit of a grain of salt that you have to take with public league teams. They have to play a lot of teams that are within the Chicagoland market. But then you come out to these non-conference games, and this is really the floor where these public league teams are able to show off their stuff and prove that they're legit going to state playoffs. The big outlier for them this year has been a game against Evanston where they were beat by 27 points. And this is another perennial state playoff contender that they're facing in the Dons today, and they're hoping history does not repeat themselves.
Yeah, these two teams are very different. Taft a little bit on the shorter side with their tallest player being Joseph Rodriguez standing at 6'4". And he has a pretty tall team overall. There's Bryce Coleman standing at 6'6", Stephon Tuchik at 6'10". So it's going to be different. These games go different ways. As you said, big Evanston loss for Taft. It just shows how 2 different teams coming from 2 different conferences have 2 completely different matchups, which is going to change a lot of aspects of this game. So I'm excited to see how both teams play this out.
And Andrew, for the Dons, they come in after a big win last night. They were in a 3 games and 4-day stretch. They've been, when it comes to non-conference this year, they come in at 14-8, but they're 6-1 overall. So what does that mean? They're under 500 when it comes to non-conference games. That's got to be a little concerning with the state playoff coming up.
It is a little bit concerning, but overall I have to say that the Dons lineup is looking relatively healthy. Only 1 injury at the moment out, and that would be Mac Ross. But other than that, overall this team is healthy and doing well, so I anticipate them to put up some strong performance today during this game.
Time to send things down to public address announcer Mr. Mike Marisi. We'll be back following starting lineups.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. May the Lord show us the greatness of his goodness, that we overflow with thanks every day. May the Lord bless us abundantly with rest for the heart, power for virtue, wisdom for life, and patience in suffering. May the Lord bless us with joyful hope, and one day with inexpressible joys of eternal life. Amen. Notre Dame, pray for us. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. And now, our national anthem.
come back. The thing's just about to get underway. We're going. So Caden's going to be back with us in the second half.
Just the two of us for now.
Just us for now. This has been a long-awaited matchup. These two teams have not played each other since 2018. They actually played twice in two separate tournaments. One in a Thanksgiving tournament, the Battle of the Bridge, and then in the Wheeling Hardwood Classic that December. So here we go. Sonny Williams starting up. Pulling with the feed in the middle. And too much on that now. The key we talked about a little bit in the pregame is size. The tallest guy for the Eagles is Joseph Rodriguez, checking in at 6'4" is McGee, now with a steal. Feed in the middle, Chichik. Not enough there. The tallest guy, look at that, Bryce not able to put it down. The tallest guy for the Eagles is 6'4" and Joseph Rodriguez. It's a very small starting group for Taft today.
I do have to agree, and then looking at our starting lineup for our starters tonight, all of our starters are over 6 foot tall, so it looks like Coach Clancy's putting our taller guys out there today for the starting lineup.
And look out for Jan Kutzer to get a lot of time in there too, especially in that center position. He's not listed as a center, he's listed as a wingman, as that one misses. But he gets a lot of time in the paint, and he's just a bad man when it comes to easy layups. Here comes McGee, little floater, and that will fall. So the first points of the game go to Anthony McGee. It took a little while to get there, but we did finally get there as the Dons with a 2-0 edge to start things out tonight. Julian Martinez will dish off to Mick Dempsey. 3-point try
and that one is
splashed. Adrian Pelzinski.
Both teams now on the board, about a minute and a half into the game.
Sonny Williams guarded by Julian Martinez. That's a good matchup to watch tonight. Martinez getting a little handsy, and a steal there by Armin Olowski.
Going back to that, Sonny Williams and Julian Martinez, both standing at 6 foot tall. They just had a good face-off right there, so we'll have to watch that one as the game proceeds here.
Gideon Adewale was not pleased about that call. That's one of the guys we got to watch for as well for the Eagles. He put up 29 points in the Eagles win last night over Sullivan, where they dropped 84 combined.
Wow, 84 combined, and
84 combined points.
We dropped 42?
42. It was a very defensive game that the Dons played against the Lions last night, and the Lions really put the Dons just on a run.
They made them work.
They made them work in the first half, but that quickly faded away as the third quarter went on.
And the Dons pulled ahead.
It's a foul call here, and they're going to tag. They tag Adewale on that. Heidersbach did check in for Sonny Williams. She checked with a little floater.
That one is no good.
Foul called here, and Stefan will head to the line. That one's called on Martinez.
It's 2 fouls now that Taft has caused in a short amount of time here. As Chichek looks to put one in.
Hits his first. Very loud bullpen already today. It's not as big as it probably would have been if it was a full capacity game. But they're making their presence known already, as Chichik will hit them both. That's going to be a big key tonight for the Dons. They had a big struggle from the free throw line last night. They hit those threes. They're going to be able to play their own game. They're going to have Taft on their heels, so look out. Little bobble, and Coleman comes up with it. Dempsey tried to get it away to Martinez. That did not work. Chichik with a feed from Coleman on the reverse, puts it down. The Dons getting out to a run. They scored the last 4.
That was a great play by Stefan right there. If we could see more of that in this game, I think that's also going to be crucial to helping this Dons team out.
Martinez, the 3-point try, and a foul will be called here on Stefan Chichik. That's one of the other interesting things too. These Taft players put a lot of spin on their three balls. There was one guy, oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the
Three-pointer from Adewale, misses, rebounded by Olowski, and he'll put it back in. Excuse me, that was Polzinski with that bucket. Expect to see a lot of yelling from the two student sections today. There are some Taft students that did show up. They are not on their feet yet, but I think that's only a matter of time before they do. Foul called here. That one's going to get called against Polzinski. The yelling has already begun.
Oh, yeah.
And a very physical list by the three fouls for the Eagles.
It is. Imagine if we had a student section the size that we did a couple weeks ago at the Pats game.
Oh, boy.
From both sides.
This place would absolutely be packed if this was 100% capacity. I can absolutely guarantee you that. These two schools do not like each other, and they do not play a lot.
They do not.
As we said, and the bucket is waived.
I think we would have had a packed down dome last night as well.
Agreed. That foul was called on Olowski, so already 4 now for the Eagles. Very physical. Chichik in the paint again, hits that off the back of the iron, and that's going to be Eagles' ball. And Olowski's getting the front row of the bullpen riled up. Here we go. Martinez with a dish to Adewale. Back up Martinez, 3-point try. Bangs it in. Nick Dembski with a bank shot 3 and puts the Eagles out in front 8-6. So they have now scored 5 unanswered.
It's been a back and forth game so far, just very early on here. It'll be interesting to see if that continues on later in this game.
And the mass timeout is called. The Eagles have all the momentum now. It's 8-6, Taft.
And we're back just like that after the timeout. 3:54 left to go here in the first quarter. Notre Dame down 6, Taft Eagles 8. Lots of fouls being called on Taft so far very early this game, with 4 fouls being called in the first 4 minutes.
It's been a very physical style of basketball, and that's kind of how they like to play. They like to play dirty, they like to play gritty. And it usually works for them, and that's why their record is so good. They're 11 games over 500. 3-ball misses from David Green, who checked in. Nice rebound there by Adewale. Driving through the paint, and a foul is called. They get Heidersbach. It's a shooting foul. So Polzinski will go to the line. So Polzinski will have a chance to extend that lead, maybe get it to 2 possessions if he hits both. Jace Fletcher has come in for the Downs now.
And the student section is getting pumped up.
First one is hit. And I have a feeling, Andrew, that we're going to have a students versus parents type of night again.
Oh, man. This should be good.
Let's go. Oh, boy. We have the Taft parents right next to us, so this will be an interesting sight to see as the afternoon goes on. Heidersbach is backed up with a little full court press getting thrown on here. Jaden Harris has come in for the Eagles. McGee with a little floater, tried to bank it in, but no good there. And here comes those very well-known non-scoring droughts that they've had in the first half. And against a team like the Eagles, there's a steal by McGee. Against a team like the Eagles, that's something you can't have happen.
Nope.
Fletcher had a couple clutch three-pointers last night. McGee with the three ball. Too much on it. Chichik rebounds. Quadruple teamed. Jan Kutu now with the ball. He came back in. McGee will get another chance. Misses that one. Last touched by Chichik.
That's the kind of stuff that...
it's getting loud in here.
It's kind of stuff you don't like to see right there. What we just saw was 2 missed shots right off the rim. It's not really like to see, but...
It's not necessarily that it's a bad thing to see. It's, you don't want to come up empty. As errant pass there by Mick Dempsey. This team has been notorious for getting on droughts in the first half, especially in the second quarter. It's not great to see it bleeding into the first quarter.
No, I remember last game last night against Ryder, the second quarter was definitely slow. And then it seems
it's been that way a lot this year as Coleman tries a fadeaway. That does not go down. And with a team that's as high energy as the Eagles, a great shot there by Mick Dempsey cutting through the defense. Puts it up and the Eagles out a 6-point edge on the Dons. Here's Williams. And he stepped out of bounds. Turnover. Henry Cahill has checked in now for the Eagles. Heading off is Pelzinski. All of the momentum is with the team in black right now.
I have to agree with you. There's a lot of momentum in the student section.
They've been shouting a lot. They're going to try and translate it to the play on the floor. And the team in blue and black that has had it since probably halfway through the first quarter thus far. This shot there by Adewale. And here come the air ball chance. That's going to last all night. Remember last night it was Josiah Calvin that had to deal with it all night, the young freshman. This time it's Gideon Adewale, the 6'3 senior, that's going to have to deal with it. Coleman to Heidersbach. Fletcher will take a shot and puts it in. Chase Fletcher has been money from behind the three-point line. And it's 12-9 Eagles.
Is this the end of the scoring drought? I hope so.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look out. And I think that foul, yes, that foul is called on Jan Kutu. Third foul for the Dons with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. The Eagles leading 12-9 as Connor Moselle will check back in. We also have Adrian Pelzinski coming in. Adewale and Henry Cahill come off, and Julian Martinez also back in for the Eagles. Inbounds here coming from Jaden Harris. And a travel is called. David Green gets called for it.
And it is now Don's ball.
Dons will get it back. Could cut that deficit down further or maybe eliminate it completely. Williams to Moselle. We have under 40 seconds, and so far it is not looking like they're going to try and hold. Coleman,
That is no good.
No good there. And a foul is called. That's going up against Coleman, an offensive foul at that. And with 30 seconds left, you'd have to imagine that the Eagles are going to try and hold for a last shot here.
I have to agree with you.
Martinez, errant pass. Still out, still a loose ball. Great effort there by Moselle to try and get back into there. There was no backcourt violation called there, which I'm a little surprised by.
7 seconds here to go. I think Taft is going to hang on to this one.
3-point basket.
It's no good.
Missed. And that'll take us into the second quarter. The Eagles leading by 3. We're back with the second quarter of play in a high-powered matchup between two double-digit win teams. The Eagles come in 11 games over 500. The Dons 6 games over. A lot of noise coming. Just imagine it was like with 2,000 people in this facility. I tell you, this place would be packed.
I agree. And one interesting thing from the first quarter, as I look over at the board, it's been a pretty high-foul game to start off so far, especially on Taft's end, coming out with 4 fouls pretty quickly, pretty early in the game. Notre Dame tying up the amount of fouls towards the end of the first quarter.
Oh, Pullman with the block. A bully block, but it's put back up. And that Eagles lead is back to 5.
Jace Fletcher puts one through for Notre Dame. Woo! That's 2 3-pointers from him. Like you said earlier, he is insane behind that 3-point line.
Man, Jace. He's going crazy now as those airball chants keep on coming. Adewale in traffic. Falls. Kutu try to drive up. Oh. And that foul's getting called on Pelzinski. He's not pleased with that. It's not a shooting foul. So he will not get shots with it. And I take that back. He is going to go to the line, try and make it a 2-point game. First one is off. I jinxed him. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Game over.
A lot of time left in the game.
I'm doing the same thing that Hank did last night.
And that one is
flash in second. So it is now a 3-point game again. Heading off is Zuhir Damas. As Pelzinski will inbound. And look out. Transition bucket, no good. Martinez rebounds, gets it back out. And more movement around the arc. That was a real quick moving transition there by the Eagles. That almost paid off. Pelzinski was looking for his fee. Now it's Adewale.
Sonny is trying to guard him.
Little mid-range, beautiful shot there. And that lead is back up to 5.
Seems to be the common theme here is Taft being up by 5 so far.
They like being ahead, it looks like.
Well, we like being ahead too.
Yeah, I agree. Coleman.
That one is
Splish
good.
splash. Bryce Coleman puts it down. And it's a 3-point game again. One possession game. This is how it's going to be all night. The lead more than likely is not going to be more than 5 points to either team. That's just the skill of these teams. And we talked about in the open today, how is Taft going to handle playing a team that's a perennial state contender in the Dons? Because you never know. Steal there. Here comes Williams, coast to coast.
And that one
falling. Sonny Williams putting a lot of energy back in this place. It's a 1-point game again.
And the student section definitely like that one.
And Fletcher gets tagged for a foul there. Now we were saying in the open, how is Taft going to handle a team that's a high-powered team that doesn't play in their conference? The public league teams outside of Simeon, Whitney Young, Kenwood, Hyde Park, those top-level teams, then you have kind of the rest. Taft is trying to get up into that top level of teams. This is a huge opportunity for them to prove it. So far, they've been doing pretty good at that.
They have been proving themselves well, especially against a team, like you said, that is a state playoff contender quite frequently. They've come to play. They've really come to play today.
It's been very impressive to see that they have just not been letting this game get away from them at all. They've been leading for most of this game, and it's just been...
It's been a great game to watch.
Yeah, it has been. shot is waved off. And I think they're going to get that foul. They are going to get the foul on Fletcher. He's already gotten tagged. He's gotten tagged twice now in about the last minute. So McGee's now going to come in for Fletcher. So it's the 5 Don starters out there now. Little floater is good from Pelzinski.
And it is now a 3-point game for the Taft Eagles.
4:44 to go here in the second quarter. Williams kicks out to Moselle. McGee with the feed in the paint. Chichik, little float, yes. Stefan Chichik, a monster in the paint. He's had a hard time being stopped so far today.
With his height being 6'10", it's kind of hard to stop, like we talked about.
Martinez got it blocked. Stefan put the hand up and said, "Get that out of my house."
It's like we were talking about in the pregame, is that this Notre Dame team, the starting lineup today, is considerably taller than Taft's starting lineup today, and we just saw that a few seconds ago by Stefan Chichik.
Look out, here comes Sonny. Does not roll in, but Bryce Coleman will put it back in, and the Dons are back in the lead, 21-20. A beautiful move there in transition by Sonny Williams. Did not fall down, but Bryce Coleman there to help out his partner in crime. And now a foul's going to get called. This one's going up against Sonny Williams. And that foul count is growing.
Hey, we're back in the lead for fouls and score.
You don't want to be in the lead for fouls.
I know.
Pelzinski is now at the line. And we have our mass timeout. Okay, cool. We'll be back in a minute. Come back in a 21-20 game. The Eagles are now in the bonus as Pelzinski.
And the student section is getting very rambunctious.
There's a good section of Taft students here, but they're not up. I would have thought they'd be up on their feet trying to battle these guys, but they've been making noise when there's been baskets. Right there, you could probably hear them right there, but they're not up on their feet. I wish they are, but
it makes it more fun that way.
Well, look out! Look out!
As Bryce Coleman puts one through for Notre Dame.
Look out! Bryce Coleman. His head on fire.
Neither team is letting this game slip away to the other team very easily.
No. 23-22 with 3:28 to go. And by the looks of things, we might be in store for a high-scoring game today.
I think so, too. And I think we're also in store for a highly rambunctious student section.
Oh, Stefan! And a foul is called. That'll be Notre Dame basketball. So McGee gets called for the foul. And now I think there's some confusion as to who's going to get possession of this. Okay, so a timeout was called by the Eagles, it looks like. We're going to sort this out. We're going to be back in 30 seconds. All right, we're back. So it was an Eagles timeout there.
And it was a foul on the Eagles as well.
And they did get a foul, so the Dons do have possession. That was a little weird. Don't really know. Nobody knew what happened there. A little odd. But
Coleman.
Gotta sort it out, man. Coleman, fade away, missed. And Notre Dame really does not want to come up with those empty possessions, especially with the Eagles keeping them as close as they are. Pelzinski to feed off to Mick Dempsey. He's had a good game today. Oh, there we go. Here come the boring chance. Almost losing control. That is Jaden Harris. 3-point try is short. And Chichik rebounds. And Sonny Williams bring it back up. Look out for number 12. Here he comes. He's been making fantastic moves in the post, but the ball just has not been falling for him. That one will not fall either, and it's McGee that gets called, but a jump ball is called. McGee had clear possession of that.
Not sure why that was.
I don't know why that was called a jump ball there. It is Don's ball regardless, but the possession arrow does switch back. A little odd there. That's the case.
Two odd calls in 2 minutes.
And a steal. Jaden Harris. And a beautiful transition bucket by Mick Dempsey. Puts the Eagles back in front. Yeah, that'll get called all day. Jaden Harris was playing real close to Sonny, and Sonny threw out his shoulder. And the call will go up against Harris. Both teams now in the bonus.
7 fouls from both sides.
Williams with the 1-and-1 here. And missed. Mick Dempsey. Now they got to slow down with 90 seconds. The Eagles lead by 1. And this is a huge win for the Eagles here going up. Oh, they are sitting down. You can't say sit down. That one is missed by David Mooney.
Chichik now to Williams.
Man, Stefan is just going crazy in the paint.
Stefan, Sonny, and Fletcher too from the 3-point line.
Fletcher's been great from the 3-point line. Coleman missed. Chichik rebounds. And a foul is called. That one's on Chichik. And that gets the Taft side riled up.
Oh boy, it's loud in here.
Here we go.
This game has been more energetic packed than I think I was anticipating going in. I was anticipating
it's not even a packed house here.
25%?
Exactly, yeah. But you would think, just by listening to it, if this was a radio game, you would think that this place is packed. It's not. This place is very loud.
Now imagine if it was fully packed. I don't think we'd be able to hear ourselves.
No, it would be just like the Pats game a couple weeks ago. Or for those Taft fans, when you guys play lane tech, you know how crazy that environment is. As Martinez with the steal. Here comes Adewole in transition. That one falls. The Eagles with a 3-point lead with under 40 seconds.
Can the Dons tie this game up going into the halftime? We'll find out.
Williams is trying to prove Andrew right. 23 seconds. Looks like they're going to hold for a last shot here unless they see something absolutely perfect that the Eagles give them in this 1-3-1.
Coleman going for something?
Nothing. There for Bryce Coleman. 10 seconds for the Eagles to get something off. Dempsey. Looks like he's going to be the man. Drives up. Missed. Williams.
Sonny.
Tosses.
Oh!
Off the backboard.
Imagine if that was a repeat of Louis Lesman's buzzer beater.
Man, so it's been a high-powered first half of basketball. The Eagles leading things 26-23. Halftime coming up. Welcome back, everybody. This is maybe one of the best games in the state today. Two teams with fantastic records, and they have played some fantastic ball. The Eagles leading things 26-23.
And Caden Frawley's back with us.
And Caden Frawley's back. Welcome back, Caden.
Back.
What were you doing while you were gone?
Scoreboard stuff.
Yeah. Did you mess it up?
Yeah, a couple times.
Of course. What else is new? That shouldn't surprise anybody.
Took a short break. I'm gonna get some more practice in. I'm excited to be back. I mean, it's a close game, three points, and it's been back and forth the whole game. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to call.
It's been a very interesting first half, to say the least. We've seen, like Caden just mentioned, back and forth scoring and very high fouls. In addition, a very loud student section on both sides. While very, very small, but yet very, very
Well,
loud.
I wouldn't say small. It seems like they've been growing in numbers since the game has started. Before people have funneled in. And same thing on this Taft side, too. We've been hearing a lot of stuff from this side, which is kind of the interesting thing about, being on the opposition side, because you get to hear all that stuff, and it's a little weird.
Yeah, just a neighborhood rivalry, basically. That's why there's so many people here. And yeah, Taft has a very strong student section, which kind of,
and parents too. The parents have been very loud here. So Taft is going to start with the basketball. Adewale. Feed in the middle. And a little jumper is missed by Pelzinski.
We've seen a lot of those this game, just, short jumpers, from the free throw line or the L. A lot of them have been falling, so I feel like both teams are going to keep that up this half. Just, short and easy shots.
And Pelzinski's been very, very good at hitting those shots, too.
Yeah.
Sonny Williams cannot hit it. Foul will be called on Martinez. So Williams will head to the line.
Starting off early with the fouls.
Oh, what else is new?
That was a high fouling first half. What was it, 8 and 7? I think.
7 and 8.
That sounds right. Williams hits the first.
Screaming nuts.
Williams misses the second. That's always one of the interesting things when you have a co-ed school going up against single gender, is how do the chants go down. This one's been quite interesting to see.
It's closer to what you would see of like a Notre Dame Pats type of chanting.
Kind of, yeah. I haven't seen the Taft students on their feet yet. No foul called there on Martinez for a charge.
Yeah, Sonny was looking for that one, looking for a charge there. And I thought it was too. I thought they were going to call it.
And Fletcher gets called for a foul. That's his third. He'll have to come out. Jace Fletcher has been absolute money from the three-point line, and to lose that.
That's not going to be good for them.
No. They check out
Haven't seen
Fletcher for Harrisburg.
Yeah, haven't seen much of him this year. So I think the senior night is kind of what proved him with his shooting.
Nick Dempsey.
He was hitting his threes last night, so they put him in today. He's delivered what they needed so far.
Great splash there. Williams gets it blocked. Adewale. And a foul is called by Dempsey. So that lead is now at 5 for the Eagles. And that's kind of just been the threshold all afternoon. It hasn't been any lower than 5 or any higher than 5 while you're looking at a Dempsey lead. This here is Anthony McGee. He's all at the key. And here comes McGee, will kick away. Heidersbach for 3, missed. Heidersbach has had some good playing time since the St. Pat's game where he drained 12 off the bench. A couple of clutch three-pointers in that effort, as that is blocked by Chichik. Look out Williams. And slows it down, decides not to go for a transition bucket. Down 5. Mistakes can't be afforded. Moselle, feed in the middle. Chichik.
Puts one through.
Wow.
That's a nice move. He needs to keep doing that. A lot of mismatches this game.
Taylor made. And Caden, I know you weren't on with us in the first half, but I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen more of Yankuta than that.
Yeah, he's another guy who's, standing at 6'4", it's the tallest guy for Taft is 6'4", so they need more, if
He hasn't even been playing either. Joe Rodriguez has not played.
Yeah, exactly. So
I kind of feel like 6'4" is a little short for him. I feel like he's more of the 6'5", 6'6" range, to be frank. Standing up next to him, you got to start to crane your neck back for Caden. You got to hunch over backwards. Probably Dobek too.
Yeah.
You're welcome. 3-ball, in and out for Dempsey. There's a 3-point Eagles lead here in the third quarter. 5:09 to go.
I was talking about this last night. We need to see more aggressiveness on the rebounding side from ND. And so far today, we have seen that, not too many lost rebounds on both the offensive and defensive end.
Much better than last night, I'll tell you that. McGee can't get it. Bounced around a little bit. But said, nah, I'm going to bounce away. Bye-bye. Adewale. Up on Moselle, fade away, skips away, and Sonny Williams rebounds. Look out, here he comes. 3-ball, that one
is
splash. Good. Sonny Williams ties it up at 29 with 4:20 to go. They've been waiting for that all afternoon, and Sonny delivers, tying it up.
Sonny's had some great plays this game. Let's see if he can keep it going through the end here.
3-ball, splash! Adrian Pelzinski has been money all night for the Eagles and does it again. Here's Williams.
No good.
No good there.
He's been looking for that call all day, trying to drive to the rim.
He's had no luck with it.
Yeah.
Pelzinski again.
Off the
short.
There
McGee ends up coming up with it after a battle from Olowski.
Hiders back to Williams, to Moselle, to McGee. Oh,
Another
for 3.
Yes! Anthony McGee! Trade threes, and a timeout is called. We're knotted up at 32 with 3:31. Come back from the mass timeout plus a Don's timeout. So we doubled up and we got an extra long hiatus. We're knotted up at 32 with 3:30 to go. Williams got a little tangle with Adewale and an errant pass. He already had an air ball earlier in the game, and Max McGovern is letting him hear it. Here comes McGee, beautiful drive. But
over the rim.
Up and over. Turns it away. Here's Martinez now, guarded by Williams. And Pelzinski will just dish it away. Here's Adewale. The air ball chance has stopped, surprisingly. I would have thought those would have continued, but man, look at his shoes. And the shoes showing their game as Adewale puts it down for 2. 34-32 with 2:40 left.
Williams to McGee, back to Williams.
Sonny looks for someone, Heidersbach got it. Here's McGee and puts it in. Anthony McGee, absolute money.
He hits that every single game. The corner shots are his shot.
Peter Griffin, you've been disowned. It's a 1-point Dons lead, and an empty possession for the Eagles turns it over. And the Dons have a chance to potentially grow a little bit. McGee dishes away. Here's Heidersbach. Looks for somewhere to go, and he will hit Anthony McGee. Or dancing. Get these guys on Dancing with the Stars. Especially Sonny. I would love to see him in a dance competition. If he learned the moves, he probably knows some moves already. Heidersbach with a nice fake and a little one-handed dish to the basket.
And the Dons are now up by 3 with a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter.
That lead is continuing to get larger. Three-pointer is missed. It is rebounded by the Eagles. That's Martinez. Pelzinski guarded heavily by Sonny. Adewale, 3-ball, skips off the rim. And they were lucky on that one. Missed. Heidersbach.
Bringing it
Here
back
he
up
comes.
the court.
It's McGee. He'll take one. Oh, puts it in! Anthony McGee! The lead is now 6. It's the largest it's been all night, and this place has been electrocuted. Missed again. Adewale. Missed. McGee with the ball. 37 seconds. Here comes Williams. And a technical foul. Andre Harris is teed up.
Look at that student section go.
My goodness. A couple Anthony McGee three-pointers, a feed from Luke Heidersbach, and this place has gone nuts. It'll be McGee to take the tech. It's 34 Eagles, 40 Dons.
That one is good.
First one is good for McGee.
Can he extend the Dons lead to 8?
Let's see.
Either way, 7-point lead, largest of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they needed right there. Those 2 threes from McGee back to back.
And misses the second.
And missed the second.
Andrew jinxed him.
It's not my fault.
It is absolutely your fault.
Yeah, that definitely gave him the momentum, and then that, kind of spooked the other team, I'll say.
And the tech just got this place rocking.
Yeah.
Heidersbach will inbound following the technical.
Finds Williams.
The Dons could put this thing at a 10-point game going into the fourth quarter. And looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. That's exactly what they're going to do. 18 seconds. Now you got 15. Now you got to go. You got 12. Coleman will find Moselle. Heidersbach with 6. Finds Coleman in the paint. And it's a foul on Coleman. So the Eagles will have a chance to maybe do something before the end of the third quarter. Here comes Dempsey, guarded heavily, little float, almost banged it in. But the Dons have gained a lot of momentum. They held the Eagles to just 8 points on offense and explode in their own offensive game, 41-34. We come back to an absolutely electrified Don Dome. The Dons lead by 7. It's the largest lead for either team all night. Heidersbach will inbound, and Williams gets driven into the backcourt. Guarded heavily by Jaden Harris. Coleman finds Williams in the corner. He passed on a pretty good three-point chance there. But you're up by 7, you can kind of do whatever you want at this point. Williams with a little mid-range. In and out.
Still a great move, you know. A little shimmy right there. That's out of bounds.
Errant pass. We've seen that a couple of times already today, and the trend is just continuing. Another empty possession for the Eagles.
Williams bringing it back up the court here.
Oh, wow. That looked like initially it was going to be called a foul on Jaden Harris, but they got a charge call on Sonny Williams. How or why that is, I have no idea.
I guess they might have saw a push-off. That's the only thing. But to me, it looked like he tripped over his own feet. So I don't know.
I don't like that call. I don't like that call. Usually these officials are pretty good. They've been pretty consistent all night, but there's been a couple that have just been
questionable.
Yeah. I love our officials. I'm one too, but in a game like this, you got to try and get everything right. And the Eagles trying to break a little bit of that momentum. Pelzinski, who's been a beast in the paint all night, cuts it down to 5. Here comes Williams, kicks to Heidersbach. He'll take a 3-ball, overshoots. And that was last touched by McGee. Adewale pumps his fist. And are the Eagles finally starting to claw their way back in after a crazy third quarter? Maybe.
We'll find out.
Yes, we will. We got an exciting finish coming up, so don't go away. We still got 6:30 left to go in this one.
Seeing how rowdy
Little
things
feed.
got. Seeing how rowdy things got third quarter, I can't imagine what's going to happen.
Look out, here's Williams. Double teamed! Sonny Williams, you are ridiculous!
He's been unstoppable tonight.
Adewale. Jump. That's a jump ball call. It's Eagles ball, but I agree with Caden. That's pretty good.
That's a good call. I thought they were going to call out a foul, but, you know.
Yeah,
they were both
that looked like it, yeah.
Took about 4 steps of just holding the ball with each other. So.
You could have also thought it could have been a traveling violation by how many steps he took.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the right
travel.
call there. We have a timeout on the floor. I think that is an Eagles timeout, so we'll head off with them, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. We come back with the Dons leading by 7. It will be Eagles ball to start it. Pelzinski will inbound after a questionable jump ball called there. But in retrospect, it looks like it was the right decision. Going quick out of the timeout. And a foul's going to get called on Coleman. And he's now entering foul trouble. He's got 3 now. That's dangerous.
3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah, it's 5 strikes in basketball.
Well, still 6 minutes left to play, so.
That's Stefan checking in over by the scorer's table. And did we just get a foul on Moselle? Yes, we did. And that foul those fouls are adding up. Stefan's going to come in for Bryce.
That's just not a good call, I feel like. He barely touched him. He's just trying to play defense, so I don't really know
I don't like
how that's a foul.
Not a good call there. Harris, a dish away to Adewale. Taking his time, fakes the mid-range. Pelzinski to Dempsey. Olowski, 3-ball missed by Dempsey. Last touched by Olowski. Cicic sold that very well. It was debatable which way it could have gone, but ultimately it goes the Don's way. Moselle to inbound, and it looks like we're going to get some full court pressure. That's exactly what we got. Here's that trap. Fletcher got it away. Williams, open feed in the middle. Cicic.
There we go.
That's one point.
Beautiful shot there. And an awesome move there to make the lead 9. And the Dons are starting to pull it away. Adewale.
No good.
Missed. It's Cicic rebounding. More full court press. Put it up against Fletcher. And then dives it down. Williams to bring it up. You're up by 9, Caden, and it's 5 minutes to play. How aggressive are you if you're the Eagles?
Like you have been. Oh, for the Eagles. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the Dons.
No.
For the Eagles, you got to be 5 times as aggressive as you were before. You know, they've kept it close the whole game, so now they just got to keep adding to that. That's not going to help them.
No. And one there for Sonny Williams. Oh, my goodness. So that lead is now 11. The foul was called on Olowski. And they have a chance to continue to extend it. Martinez and Green will come in. Heading off is Harris and Olowski. Williams will have a chance to put the lead to 12. Missed it. Williams not happy about that as he heads back to play some D. Free throws have been better tonight for the Dons, but I still wish they were hitting some more. Cicic.
I like what I'm seeing from the rebounding today. You know, they've gotten every board. You know, maybe a few, cheap ones that they might have let up, but definitely not as much as last night. And I think that's honestly why they have an 11-point lead right now.
Williams drives. No. And a little more bumping around. Nothing there. Dempsey for 3. Off the mark.
Yeah, that's a good call. Anthony McGee did kind of push off there, trying to get that rebound, so I do agree with that one.
And not arguing with it either. Very accepting of that one. He knows what he did. But now the 6 fouls are the Dons. Dangerous game they're playing. And the mass timeout is called with exactly 4 minutes to play, and the Dons leading by 11. Here we go. We're back with exactly 4 minutes left in this one. It's an 11-point game. Adewale lost control, double teamed, and Pelzinski will put it down. And it's a 9-point game. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Armin Olowski. Not Pelzins. Never, I'm going to stop talking. Williams backed up against Martinez. Oh, back off. Drives back in, finds Moselle. And they're just milking at this point.
There we go. Oh.
Oh, that was an open 3 look there for Moselle. He wanted that bad. It's not going to happen.
One of the other things I like tonight, or I guess it's nighttime almost. One thing I like from the Dons so far this game is they're a lot more patient and selective with their passes. Yesterday they rushed them a little, especially into the paint. So, they're being definitely a little bit more selective.
Steal
tonight.
there. Here comes Pelzinski. And a foul gets called. That one's called against Fletcher. That's his 4th.
7 fouls now for the Dons this half.
That bonus. So the Eagles have been in the bonus now in both halves. Shows how aggressive the Dons have been playing tonight, Caden.
I mean, yeah, 7 fouls. This happens every night for the Dons. They always get the other team, I'll say, into the bonus. So that shows how aggressive they are. But with now a 8-point lead, it's kind of like you have the room to do that with the amount of points you're up on,
and with the amount of time left as well.
Yeah.
Hits them both, and a loud cheer of applause coming from the Eagles side. And a travel. The trap pays off for the Eagles. Martinez and Alowski had him backed up in a corner, and he had nowhere to go. Martinez to inbound. How about that? The trap pays off, and it gives the Eagles 2 more. It's a 5-point game again. Well, so much for this being a double-digit lead. It is shrunk to 5 as the Eagles getting on a run. Williams double team Chichik in the paint, tries to reverse it, nothing. Alowski.
I feel like that last play right there was a little bit rushed, in my opinion.
2:34 to go, and it's a 5-point game. It is not over. 3 ball, in and out. Rebounded, Alowski. And a pushover on Chichik. Right call there, but wrong time to have it.
Eight fouls now on the Dons this half. Not what you like to see.
It is not, and it brings up a 1-and-1 for Alowski and has the chance to cut the deficit down to 3. The Eagles have worked their way back into it. The Dons have gone on a rare 4th quarter scoring drought. First one hits, and Alowski will have a chance to make this a 1-score game if he hits his second.
This place is about to get loud here the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Misses the second. It's Coleman who rebounds.
Yeah, Taft has really worked their way back up here, drawing fouls and then forcing turnovers, and now that makes it a 4-point game. So they've got to do that for this last 2 minutes if they want to win this game.
Fletcher?
You rule overtime out at this point. 'Cause right now, we don't.
2 minutes to go here. It's a 4-point gap.
Don's still with 3 timeouts, and the Eagles have 4.
Moselle. Williams at the top. He'll drive. And a foul call, and Williams is on the ground. That is not a good sight. Place lost all the air, and he looks like he's fine.
I think everyone's heart dropped there for a quick second.
As he needed a second to get things together. The Dons called timeout. Both teams with 3 remaining. 1:45 to go. It's a 4-point game. We come back in a 4-point game and 105 seconds. Coleman, bodies up.
Extends the lead now to 6 for the Dons. That's what you need going into a very tight game with a minute and a half to go.
It's still a 2-possession game. The Eagles have been doing very well from the 3-point line. And if they hit a couple, they're right back in it. And they are right back in it. McGee knocked it away. And we get a whistle. And the Eagles are forced to call timeout. They're down to 2 left in the final 82 seconds. It's a 6-point game. We're back with 1:22 left. Julian Martinez to inbound, and he's getting barked at like a dog. Fakes out for a 3. Misses off the rim. Back in for Alowski, who's been getting hot lately. And we get a whistle, and a timeout is called by the Eagles, it looks like. Surprisingly, they use another one, and it's now a 4-point game, but they have 1 left in the final minute. You like that move, Kaden?
I don't know about that. I mean, they just scored, so I'd assume they'd wait maybe one more possession, but I guess at the same time, they don't want ND to run the clock out that far. So, honestly, I take my opinion back. I think it is a good move because he probably knows ND right here is just going to drain the clock out, so might as well take a timeout and at least think of a better defensive strategy here to try to get the ball back.
What do you think, Andrew?
I'm pretty much in agreement with Caden there. If Notre Dame gets a hold of the ball here in the next 20 seconds, they're just going to hold it on their side and run the clock out.
And that kind of brings up the discussion of a shot clock here. Like, obviously, we don't have a shot clock, but in this situation of the game, I think it kind of comes into discussion about would it make an impact? And particularly because the Dons would absolutely hold it down. But the Eagles only have 6 fouls. They have a foul to give. They have to give it up. It's a 4-point game. If they get the ball back again. Did they just tee Sonny up?
That's what it looked like.
Or did the Dons get a time?
No, Sonny was calling a timeout. Okay.
Okay, so that's what that is. It's a Don's timeout. That weird timing of that. I don't. What do you think the rationale was for that?
I think it was just Sonny was trapped in the corner. He could not risk losing the ball right there. I mean, so might as well call timeout and get an inbound pass that might work a little bit better.
Whatever floats your boat. As we take a look at what we got for the rest of the game. Dons have 2 timeouts. They have no fouls to give. The Eagles have 1 timeout and 1 foul to give. So, yeah. Actually, I don't think they have any because the next foul for the Eagles puts the Dons in the bonus, which means a 1-1. So, nobody has any fouls to give, and the Eagles have 1 timeout to work with, and they're down 4. Fletcher in a trap. And now the Dons are going to try and milk. There's that foul by Martinez. That's the guy that you want to foul if you're the Dons. Yeah. If you're the Eagles. Sonny Williams has struggled from the free throw line here today. That's who you want at the line if you're Taft.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is where free throws are critical. And he hasn't been the best on the line tonight, so if he drains these, that might put different perspective on the rest of this game.
Doesn't fall, but Moselle was going to rebound it. And they will foul McGee. And that's not who you want to foul if you're the Eagles, because he's been very good from the free throw line today.
2 fouls in a matter of seconds right there.
That's what you got to do if you're Taft right now. You want to try and keep this at a 2-possession game. If he drains them both, that means you get back in with 2 threes. As now it is 50-45 in favor of the Dons. If he hits both, you still can get back into it with 2 3-balls. But you have to foul at this point to keep yourself in the game.
Yeah.
And since the Dons are in the bonus now, 6-point game, you have to play very aggressive here in the final 45 seconds.
Yeah, there's going to be some rush 3-pointers here because they just got to get up to 3. They could go for 2, but that means more possessions, as we see right there.
There's that 3-ball.
Yeah.
Moselle comes up with it. Lost the ball. There's that timeout. They got it in. They got it in. The Eagles got the timeout in. Oh, my. Wow. The Eagles take their last timeout on a loose ball that Moselle just could not get control of.
I think everyone in the stadium thought that was going to be a foul call because, of course, that's what Taft's trying to do here, but they called the timeout in time, and I thought it was going to be a foul. It looked like they kind of grabbed him from his back. It almost looked like an over-the-back foul, but I guess they called a timeout, just as he lost it.
This is going to make for a very interesting finish down the stretch. The Eagles are out of timeouts. They do not have any fouls to give up. The next foul that the Eagles get on the Dons, it is a 1-and-1, but after that, it's double bonus, which means 2 shots regardless.
Yeah.
As Luke Heidersbach just gave me a wink up here, and he's like, yeah, you know what's about to happen. I was like, yes, I do. All right, here we go.
This place is about to get loud. That's what's going to happen.
That too. As I think something was said from the Taft side that got the Don student section riled up. Looks like that's how it's going to be for the last 33 seconds. Martinez looks to inbound somewhere. No foul called on Coleman for a block. That is absolutely drained. Pelzinski has made it a 3-point game. Fletcher is pulled by his jersey. That's a foul called. That one's called on Alowski. It's 51-48 Downs leading. Fletcher is sent to the line. He's got the chance
to put this game away.
Well, not necessarily that. To put this at a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that's what they need here. If he can drain these, Taft can still get a 3 off, but that still means they need a layup. So, he needs to hit these.
Fletcher needs to absolutely hit this one. He does. And that is a huge sigh of relief from that Dons bench. So that means it's going to be a 2-possession game. And if Fletcher hits this second, that's a big one too. He does.
That's got to be a
53-48. Here we go. Dempsey. No foul on Fletcher. And they did get the foul. It's a 3-point foul, and Fletcher's done. It's his 5th foul, so Fletcher's out. And 3 shots coming for Adrian Pelzinski. Wow. Pelzinski has a chance to put this game at 2 points if he hits all 3, as Fletcher will check out and Heidersbach will come in. 3 huge free throws coming up for Adrian Pelzinski.
Yeah, I think after these free throws, we're done talking and we'll just let the viewers watch.
First one is hit. 4 points. Second one is good. 3-point game. So it's now 1 possession again.
I'm feeling overtime here. Maybe.
Are you going to be like Rick Malnati? Which we will never let him live down the call from the Louis Lesman shot. All three are good. There's the foul. They send McGee to the line, who's been absolute money from the free throw line. These are absolutely huge shots coming up for Anthony McGee. It is double bonus, so he does get two.
Sorry, and he still has 2 timeouts, which shows how wise Coach Clancy's been using his timeouts. So even if he misses the second one here, they could call a timeout and run an inbound play to maybe get a 3 off.
Give credit to these Dons players too. Haven't had to spend any timeouts on stupid stuff. McGee misses the first, and it sends the Taft side wild. McGee badly needs to hit this second. He does. Eagles need a 3. 7 seconds. Dempsey. 3 ball. Pelzinski misses. Coleman rebounds. It's Eagles ball with 1 second left.
Oh boy. 1 second left. Inbound under the basket. This might be a great finish.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. It's a little feed. And that's it. The Eagles couldn't get it off in time. The shot does not count. And the Dons win the high-powered matchup against their neighborhood rivals. 54-51 the final.
Wow.
What an ending. This game absolutely lived up to expectations. We saw this game as being close all the way down to the finish. The Eagles worked their way back into it, and boy, this game did not disappoint.
Wow, yeah, I have seen some pretty good basketball games. This is probably one of the best. Coming down to the final seconds, an inbound pass under the basket with 1 second left. Taft not able to do anything. That could have been a great ending, and it still was with a 54-51 Dons victory.
What a game. Oh my gosh.
I haven't called very many games, but this was by far the best game I think I've called out of the few that I have.
One of the best games of the season, and a season highlight at that. The Dons beat their neighborhood rivals, the Taft Eagles, and they get neighborhood glory, defeating the Eagles 54-51. What a finish it was. And we're glad that you were here with us to take it all in an exciting battle. For Andrew Dobek, for Caden Frawley, for our entire production crew, it's Danny Burke signing off. We will see you on Monday when the Dons battle Vernon Hills. Good night and go Dons.